Hey guys, I hope you're all well. I did have another play video planned for today, but neither of the packages have arrived, so it's going to be next week. Hopefully, I hope they do arrive. I'm not certain about where I bought them from, but I guess that's all part of the process. So I thought I would quickly just throw together a video showing all the shirts that I used to wear, but have since stopped wearing them in fear of them totally falling apart in the washing machine. Just when you thought you'd seen all the shirts I own, I'm going to pull out 17 more. I also want to note that I have bought myself a microphone, a proper one, well, better than nothing anyway. I've ordered some extra cables because the ones that it came with don't quite work with what I'm using. So hopefully, either the next video or the video afterwards, the audio should be slightly better, so it should sound a little bit more crisper, and we're slowly getting towards better quality videos in general. Anyway, that's for the future. I'm just going to run through the shirts really quickly. I'm not going to really throw as much detail in as I usually do. I might put that in post-production, maybe. And if you've got any questions, you know what to do. Yeah, so we'll run through it and we'll quickly see the 17 shirts that I used to wear, but now don't. So technically it's a lie. This was actually a shirt that I bought with the intention of it going in my collection. It's a Willem shirt. I bought it from Subside Sports. It's a rugby shirt, and it never arrived with tags, even though I asked them, is this going to come with tags? No, it didn't. I decided not to return it in the end because I thought, well, if I keep a hold of it, the value might rise. And it's been a couple of years, so it's probably worth a little bit more than I bought it for. But I guess we'll see in the future. So that's the first one. And the second one is part of the same purchase. This time it's a Sparta Rotterdam shirt. Same manufacturer, same order, didn't come with the tags. Though what's hilarious is that I also bought a Peg Zwolle shirt, which you may have seen if you've seen some of the Dutch videos, made by the same manufacturer, and it came with tags, so go figure. The shirt's actually really nice. I'm kind of upset that it didn't have tags, but maybe it's for somebody to buy in the future. This next one was actually a shirt that I bought for my collection again, and it was in my collection for maybe about a year. It's a Sporting CP one. It's an away shirt from probably about 2014 or something to that effect. I ended up replacing it with the Braille shirt that you've probably seen on some of the videos. This one I just felt like was a bit boring. It's just a typical Puma shirt. It still has the tags, brand new, never done anything. So I suppose I could sell that in the future and probably get another shirt for the money. This next one's an interesting one. I partake in the Reddit Secret Santa, and out of the 4 years I've done it, this is the only year that I actually received a football shirt as a gift. And I think when I did the research, it took me a while to figure out what it was. It was a Norwegian or Danish, it's definitely one of those two, indoor women's football team shirt, like a local team. I don't think they exist anymore. It took me a while to figure out who they were. I guess it's a match worn shirt. It's got a number on the back. So it's probably one of my most obscure shirts, really. I don't really know what to do with it, so I've just sort of kept it to the side. That was kind of nice to receive that. So this is one I actually wore. It's an old Porto shirt that I probably would have bought from Sports Direct or something like that. The design's pretty nice. I like the jagged effect. It's an away shirt from the mid-2010s. And the sponsor's starting to fade now, so I suppose this one I could probably still get away with it, but it's a nice shirt. Next we have a Legia Warsaw shirt. I bought this one with the intention of it being included in my collection, but I replaced it with the away one, which is the grey, sort of dark grey, dark green design, which is a really nice template. This one I just really don't like. The fact that the Adidas logo is so far up on the shoulders effectively. The design is pretty boring. This one still has tags, so I'll probably end up selling this one as well. This next one is really frustrating. It's a Boavista shirt and it has the tags attached. I bought this one directly from the Boavista store and it arrived without a sponsor. I purchased it with the intention of it being a sponsor because it had it on the image, and then when I contacted them saying, where's the sponsor? They said, oh, the sponsorship deal with this company has ended, so we sent you one without the sponsor. I mean, to me, is that even a thing? Does that make sense to you? It doesn't make sense to me, that really. So I ended up getting this, and I didn't return it because, to be honest, it would have cost me more to return it back to Portugal than it did to pay for the shirt, so my refund would just cover the postage. So I thought I'd just keep it and sell it at a later date. This one was one of my favourite shirts I used to wear all the time. Sort of like a, I don't know, can't remember what season it is, 2009, 10, around that time, Inter Milan shirt. And on the back I have Ibrahimovic. As you can see, I have worn that one so much that the writing has pretty much disappeared. Certainly the number has. That's why I don't really want to wash it anymore, because it's just going to get worse. I really wish that it was in better condition, because, you know, Ibra is one of those players now. It's even more of a cult-like state, and the shirt's actually pretty decent as well. So I remember I used to wear that one all the time. This one is a Zenit shirt, which, as you can see from the front, has absolutely fallen apart. Again, this is one I used to wear all the time, because on the back it has one of my favourite players, Hulk. I always thought it was just really interesting that that's what he'd call himself, and I'm a big fan of players that have just got raw power, and there's not many players that have a better shot than this guy. This one we bought directly from the Zenit store in Russia. We got it sent across. I wish I could have got it with a Cyrillic on the back, but then people wouldn't see it said Hulk, and when I'm wearing it out and about, people wouldn't maybe not notice it. So yeah, that's one I wore a hell of a lot. This one I bought from, I think, maybe UK Soccer Shop, and it's a Monaco home shirt from maybe about 2015, 2016. Really nice design. It's actually in decent condition, this one. On the back it's got James, who was one of the season when he transferred from Porto to Monaco. And yeah, I really enjoyed wearing this one. Probably in decent condition. I could probably sell that for a decent price. This one is one of my older ones. It's sort of a classic style Barcelona shirt with a UNICEF sponsor. This is when they were going through their sort of bright colour phase of just the oranges and the pinks and the greens and all that jazz. I probably would have bought it from Sports Direct again. I wore this a lot, and to be honest, the condition's pretty decent considering. This one, I remember when I bought this Atletico Madrid shirt and I went to play football with my mates, and one of them goes, Dan, why are you wearing a Stoke shirt? I genuinely feel like he was being serious as well. So I'm like, oh, so when did Kun Aguero sign for Stoke? As you can see, I have absolutely destroyed this one. I think partly because I didn't know how to wash these shirts, that's why they got destroyed so much, which is kind of a shame, but here we are. This obviously was Kun Aguero when he was at Madrid. Was a bit gutted he didn't end up going to Chelsea, but Man City got him, and the rest is history. Everything else is pretty decent condition. It's just the Aguero print that's totally fallen off. This one is a RC Lyon shirt, which was from maybe the late 2010s, not late 2010s, late 2000s, or maybe early 2010s. Again, I would have bought it from Sports Direct when they used to stock kind of slightly obscure shirts. I used to wear some quite a lot. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This next one is the first shirt that I bought that wasn't a Chelsea shirt, and this, I suppose you could say, is the beginning of buying weird club football shirts, and it's this one. It's a Stuttgart shirt. The sponsor on the front has totally faded and fallen off. I think it was blue and maybe yellow. I bought this one from Subside Sports 10 years ago, maybe even more than that. There's nothing really on the back. The design's kind of pretty standard, but I wore this so often. For a long time, this was my only shirt other than Chelsea, so I'd wear it just to be a bit different. But yeah, that's the bit of history there for you. This next one is an Arezzo Calcio shirt, which is a team that plays in Italy to some degree. I got this as a gift for Christmas, but it's long sleeved, has the tags attached, doesn't have a sponsor, has this absolutely terrible, random website placing. Legia, it's so heavy. I don't really know what to do with this, to be honest. But yeah, that's what I own. penultimate shirt, I have a classic Olympiacos shirt. Again, I wore this one so often, it's kind of faded and bobbling away. It might not be able to pick up on the camera, but it's not great condition. But that was just one I used to wear, and it seems like I had a bit of an affinity for red and white stripes. And then finally, I have this old school Lyon shirt, which has kind of cracked the sponsor, and the logo has really faded, lost all its colour. And on the back, Benzema. I used to play a lot of Football Manager, and I was a huge fan of Lyon. I used to love Benzema, Ben Arfa, Juninho. These are the sort of players that really stood out. And at that point, I got this Benzema shirt and the Zlatan shirt for one of my birthdays, I believe, at the same time. And I used to love wearing this shirt. The design, the detailing, the holes in the back, the ventilation, really nice. I really wish it was in slightly better condition, but it's kind of a nice little relic. But that's it. Those are 17 or so shirts that I haven't shown you yet, that I don't really do anything with. I just put them away and hope that they don't totally fade away. If you see anything there that takes your fancy and you'd be interested in buying it, let me know. Maybe we can figure something out. I'm not too bothered about letting them go, especially the ones with the tags on, or the brand new ones. If anybody's interested in having those, hit me up and I will we can negotiate. But that's it. I've got a load more stuff coming. I ordered one thing today. I tried buying a Venezia shirt from Classic Wall Shirts, but they sold out within hours, so that was a bit of a letdown, but I've got plenty of things on the way. Next week should be good. Should be good. But that's it. If you've got any questions, you know where to hit them down below. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.